When Imam Mahdi comes and he arrives, he will have an alliance with Christian forces, but only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows which forces these are. But when this alliance takes place, my brothers, what will happen? The Christians and the Muslims will join forces and they will fight a common enemy. When they fight a common enemy, that enemy will be defeated and the Muslims will start distributing the spoils of war. And when they distribute the spoils of war, the Christian army, the leaders will say to the Muslim and Imam Mahdi that in the spoils of war there are certain captives who are Muslims. Hand them over to us. Hand them over to us. And you know, subhanallah, I mentioned this previously, it's a eye-opener for us. When they will say this to the Muslims, if that was me and you in our day and age, they say, hey brother, hand him over. Who cares, yaar? Sell him, give it to him, give it to him. So, forget give it to him, give his house number, his address, his family number, Facebook account, WhatsApp number, everything, send it over, brother. Who cares? Who cares? You know, the snitches in our community, they will do this. But what will the Muslims do? Because their foundations are upon the true teachings of Allah and His Messenger. When they are posed with this question, they will say, Wallahi, la nukhalli baynana wa bayna ikhwanina. We cannot hand over our Muslim brothers. They've embraced Islam. Previously, the scholars mentioned it's possible that they will embrace Islam after the battle and they will become Muslims. Now that they become Muslims, they belong to us. We can't hand them over. And if they were Muslims before this, then even more we can't hand them over to the non-Muslims, the Christians. When they will say this, the Christians will say, hand them over, otherwise we will go and fight against each other. The Muslims will not deprive these Muslims who are captured. They will join the forces of the Muslims and the battle between the Muslims and the Christians will take place. My brothers, I ask you, do I live my life as a Muslim based upon principles, or do I sell my religion, wake up in the morning as a Muslim, and by evening do I sell my religion for $1 and a dime? Most of us in our communities, this is exactly what they do. And here the hadith mentions they are ready to fight on the basis of not handing over their own Muslim brothers. Where do you see a glimpse of this, my brothers? You see this in Afghanistan. How they were not ready to hand over one Muslim brother of theirs, and they destroyed their entire, you know, there were people going around saying, you know what, it was better if they handed over, it was better if they handed over Osama bin Laden so that the whole country is saved. You know, I met a brother, a scholar who met a alim who was in that gathering where a delegation of ulama from Pakistan went over and they went to speak to Mullah Umar when he was alive. Hand him over and save your entire country. You know what he replied? This is what you call principles, my brothers, principles. Mullah Umar listened to the conversation. They said, do this, if you don't do this, children are going to die, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And know what he replied, Mullah Umar, rahmatullah alayhi, what did he say? He said, listen, tell me, if Uthman bin Affan was alive, and Abu Bakr and Umar were alive, and the rebels were demanding that Uthman be handed over to them, do you think Abu Bakr and Umar would have handed over Uthman to the rebels? No chance. He said, if Abu Bakr and Umar would not hand over Uthman, how do you expect me to hand over my Muslim brother? Come from Medina, living here under our country, free. He hasn't done anything wrong. Why should we hand him over to non-Muslims?
دولس کاله له خپلو شیرینو اولادونو څخه لرې پاتې وو. ما ته عمري صاحب په خپله قصه وکړله د عبدالجبار عمري چې په خپله ملا صاحب یې په کور کې ساتلی و 12 کاله. هغه ما ته قصه وکړله، وایي ما پس له 10 کلونو چې د امیرالمؤمنین رحمه الله زوی مولوي صاحب یعقوب چې اوس د نظامي کمیسیون رئیس او د اسلامي امارت مرستیال ده، د هغه د سربندۍ د مراسمو یو عکس ما راوړ ملا صاحب ته، او ما وغوښتل چې دا زه درته ور وښیم چې ملا صاحب ستا زوی فارغ شوی ده، ځوان شوی ده، ده راته وویله چې ما ته یې مه راښیې، داسې نه چې د ده مینه په ما باندې غالبه شي او دا لوی کار چې زه د دې لپاره ما خپل ژوند وقف کړی دا رانه پاتې شي. خپل زوی هغه د هغه عکس نه لیده، هغه د 12 کاله په داسې یو جونګړه کې تیر کړل چې د دنیا له ټولو نعمتونو څخه محروم و. د څه لپاره یې دا وکړل؟ د یو هدف لپاره چې هغه افغانستان کې اسلامي نظام راشي، اشغال ختم شي او افغانان په سوکالۍ کې ژوند وکړي.
This is what you call principles, my brothers. Principles isn't this, that when they say to you, do you believe in homosexuality? And you say, yes, homosexuality is okay. Where's your principles gone? When they face you with questions, you give in. You give in. This is not what Islam teaches us, my brothers. Islam teaches us that we are proud of our religion, and at the same time, there's no need for us to apologize for something that happens around the world. When the Christians apologize for the Christian massacre that takes place at the hands of Christians killing Muslims, that's when we will apologize as well. But they don't do it, so why should we do it? So again, my brothers, just finish.
يا لا